There we go. That should be real this time. Totally pressed the stream button and started streaming to Twitch. Not great. Don't do that. Okay, we're good. Welcome to a random live stream on a Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Is it Friday? It is Friday. All sorts of things have happened today. Hold on, getting the shareable link and posting it in hashtag stream announcements in the Discord, link in the description below. Why does it autocorrect that? I don't know. Hold on. Stream announcements. And happy Friday is what it's going to be called. Except we spell it wrong because we don't know how to spell. Whatever. We're just doing a random live stream today, hopefully to make some progress on the add-on. We'll see what happens today. Duplicate thumbnail cause I lazy. Oops. Man, my spelling is not great today. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the chat that's hiding. Hello, Fernando. Hello, Shiv, Pacquiao, Virus. Welcome to my super awesome live performance of coding. We're a little tired today, but that's okay. I really want to listen to some music, but I feel like I'll get copyright striked. Is there a way I can do that without that punishment? We don't know. Every stream is awesome, low-key. Well, I appreciate that feedback. Hello, Diego. Welcome. All right, so I guess we're doing some coding today. Yay! As you may or may not know, without music, it's good. Well, here's the deal. I want to listen to music. Yeah, and I have a free website. I've got like an Artlist subscription, but we can put it on low volume. What I really need is to just put on, I just need like a second headphone that I can plug into my phone. Anyway, whatever. Today, we're going to be continuing work on the Quirk genetic modification stuff. I know it's been a little while since you've seen an update about it and is rating. But it's making progress. Play the Minecraft music. The Minecraft music is, in fact, copyrighted. Game weather. Okay, this keyboard's a little bad. What was I saying? Time set noon. I was saying, so yeah, I've been working on the gene stuff, right? And no models. My texture artists are slacking in that department. So we have the ugly models here. Hey, Ricky, you were playing Silk Song. Can't believe it's real. The only thing I know about that is I have seen all of the memes and whatnot of people wishing that it existed, but it didn't. But I saw that it did get released, so good for you guys. Now you can all play that. NCS. Here's the thing about NCS. I play NCS, and it randomly just gets videos copyright striked, so we're not risking it today. You join and get called a slacker. Well, take a look. I mean, let's ask the audience. Do we think that Mr. Moo is doing a good job with these textures? I'm just kidding, man. He's been busy. He's been doing other things, working on other textures. I don't even think I gave him the instructions for half of these blocks. He's also in... Oh, yeah, so I did post this in my Discord. The reason I've been slow on everything lately is because I'm in the process of trying to find a new house and a new job. So it's not very fun. Not fun at all, but whatever. Who cares? I'll just be here looking at my beautiful ugly textures. Yeah, Pacquiao, you can't say that word in chat actually. That J word. I said it only once. I need to put a trigger warning in the title of the video, I think. I know I did say it. I need to watch my language. I'm sorry. Hey Delt, how are you? But yeah, so let's see. What have I done? Well, if we look at the blocks, all right, I've got a new block that doesn't have a name. Also, I don't know why it's not a block texture, but this is in fact a block. This is called the gene combiner, all right? And what it does is it allows you, there's no texture either because I hate textures so bad. But what it allows you to do is it allows you to combine genes together. So if you look, there's 4 slots here. And the slots can accept any gene vial. So we have like gene 77, CB, 60, 6B, whatever. You can combine all these together, and then using the computer, the terminal, you can make different combinations to get different types of genes. So the idea behind that is if you want to get a quirk like, we'll just say frog, right? The frog quirk. What would you need? Well, you would probably need some sort of jumping related gene. You would need some sort of water breathing, some sort of aqua efficiency or whatever. I don't know. But you would combine all of those together inside of this combiner and then get the brand new quirk gene. And so that's a way to experiment because you can combine genes together. You can create new combinations and get new powers and things for that. You asked, what does the builder do? Well, the builder, what builder? We don't have a builder. There is no builder. Super Elite Quirk actually confirmed. There will be like a jump. I think in this video, I'm going to just try to start making a few genes that have like powers. So like jumping, that sort of thing. Shigaraki jump scene recreation soon. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. Boo. Yeah, so the combination stuff works. There's also, I showed a teaser of this and I'll just show you it here. But inside of your world file, over here, inside of the save. So each individual world now is going to create this folder called the gene graph. And it's this file here. It's an HTML file, which is just a website, just like how Palladium's documentation is a website. But if we open this up using Microsoft Edge, this is what it looks like, okay? So it is a website that you can open up, and in here, it's going to actually show you all of the combinations of each of the quirks. So for right now, there's not too many combinations, but it does show you all of the quirks. So these green ones are resistance genes, so like hunger resistance, poison resistance. The blue ones are quirks, or I guess cosmetic, so glowing skin. There's the orange genes, which are builder genes. Oh, that's what you were asking about. You were asking about, yeah, the builder gene. So the builder genes I'll get into later, but they're basically like Legos, building blocks. But you can see the actual combinations are listed here. So in order to get heat resistance for something, you would need to combine the glowing skin gene with the alpha gene here in this world. And the alpha gene has to have a minimum of a 25% quality. And if you combine these two together inside of the combiner, you'll get the heat resistance gene. And so in the back end, this is just defined inside of a data pack. I scroll all the way here and go to here. I've got this combination field, and you can see it just requires, and you give it the ID of the gene that you want. And so this is just the glowing skin with a minimum quality of 30. We can see that the quality is obviously not showing up here. Unfortunate. I'll have to fix that. And then we define that it uses a builder gene, and in this case we want it to use one builder gene and give it a min quality. You notice that I don't actually specify that it uses the alpha gene like it does here, right? And the reason for that is to add a little bit of randomization to each world. So we just say that we want one builder gene here, but we don't let it, we let it decide automatically which builder gene it's going to be. And so there's 3 builder genes right now. There's probably going to be 4 or 5, but they're just essentially empty placeholders that spawn, that can just randomly spawn on any genome. So you'll have to just pull them out and then kind of use them as building blocks. So that way, there's no like set genome mapping, I guess, to get to different gene combinations. Like if the most powerful quirk is has some sort of path, you're not going to be able to memorize that path. You're going to have to discover it each time, which should help speed running or prevent speed running of the genes to make it OP. And this flowchart here this flowchart thing is inside of the save. So if it's on like a server, not everyone has access to it. So only like the server owner can go and see that. Well, you can't memorize the path anymore. There will be some things that you can memorize, like obviously currently glowing skin is always going to be a requirement of heat resistance, but you're not going to know what builder gene it will be, so you'll have to experiment with that. Hello, Dragonforge, how are you? Okay, I guess, what do I want to do? There's so many things to do. I'm just overwhelmed. Let's just make some genes, okay? Why not? Might as well. I've got Cryptic making a few genes, so let me make sure I don't overlap his. I gotta remember what he even did. Scroll. I don't even remember. Oh, here it is. He added a bunch of random stuff. Oh, I guess I gotta see the, I was testing the resistance genes, actually. I forgot about that. So if I go here, the resistance genes are a type of gene that give you a resistance to certain type of damage or effect. Right now I have, you can't even see because all of these dumb things are mad. If I use this and do get my genome, I currently have 1 heat resistance gene, and it's at a 25%. So what this means is that I am resistant to fire damage. If I do flint and steel, set myself on fire, go to this. I'm still taking damage, and that's because resistance is not a complete nullification. What this is doing is it's just reducing the amount of damage that you're taking from the fire by a certain percentage. So there, it's not too great, but if I remove the old gene, because I don't have that, and then I add it back, but I do, I think, 50% quality maybe. This should burn me a little less. It's a little hard to tell because fire damage is a little crazy. Oops, respawn. I mean, I'm not going to give you the exact numbers because, well, I mean, the exact numbers are probably going to change. It's 85%, 65%, 45%, and 25% are the things. So this will be quality 2. If you get quality 4, which is 85%, so if I just remove the gene and add 85%, this means you are now immune to burning damage like this. You still do the damage effect. I haven't figured out how to turn that off. But you're immune to fire like this, but you're not immune to all types of fire. For example, heat resistance, in my mind, is not supposed to be strong enough to survive jumping into a pit of lava, right? Because lava is so much hotter than just regular fire is. So regular fire, you shouldn't take any damage, but if you fall into some lava, you are going to take some damage, unless you come out of it like this. So then that would allow us to do things like have a heat nullification, and that's something where the lava and all forms of heat would actually stop burning you. Noon / game rule do daylight cycle false. Basically, it's resistance, not immunity. Yes, exactly. There should be a gene that just makes you half a block taller. That's actually kind of funny. We can just use fire resistance for that. It removes all fire if you want to. Yeah, these are our potion effects. The way that it works right now is that it just gives you a potion effect. So in this case, it's a potion effect for heat resistance, and all of them give you potion sort of effects. So it can be stacked, yeah, with poison, potion, fire potion, whatever. But this is permanent, so. Yes, these ugly textures. So I think, let's do. I don't know what I was gonna do today. There's so many things I have to finish. Blah, 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 blah. There's so many bugs, but okay, so let's just actually make a few genes, right? So currently I have the builder genes, cold resistance, which does, I think it right now only affects the freezing when you fall into powdered snow. I think that's what it does. If I give it to me. Because I don't think there's any other freezing damage. We'll see. Well, I'm still freezing. There's not a gamma. That's a gamma gene. That's a builder gene. So let's see. Cold resistance doesn't actually seem to work. Let me close out of all this and find why. Not this one. Which file is this in? It's in one of these dumb files. Capabilities. We can close this. Close this. Oh, it's in the player events. That's where it is. Not entities. Resistance events. So this just checks if there's damage and the damage that they're taking. So this is saying that freeze damage. We need to check if this is a player, because if it's not a player, then we don't want to do it. So let's do if entity instance of should we do server player probably? And we say if not, wait, put these in quotations or whatever, not, then return, because we only want this to run when the player gets hurt. And then let's do a system.out.println, and let's print out the damage type so I can see. Wait, is this a player damage? No, it's a living hurt. We'll do damage type. Yeah, equals, what is it? Source.is. Just do source maybe. This should now tell us what type of damage we're taking, so I can better actually set it. Game resistance. Powder snow is the only thing that freezes, annoyingly. For now, but there's going to be quirks that do freeze damage, so it'll resist that as well. Imagine there was something that gave you your attacks radiation and gave it to a Bakugo player. What are we doing? We're just going to make some genes. The gene systems are all kind of a little broken, but we're just going to make them. Or make some. Like for heat resistance, would quality of glow plus builder divided by 2 work? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean, Pacquiao. Currently, the quality of the 2 genes you combine together do not determine the quality of the resulting gene. Ani just became a member. I thought you already were a member. Even so, thank you for doing that. I just noticed Toothless is not here. He's not. What I also notice is that the damage here is saying that it's freeze, but we're not negating freeze damage. Hello? Excuse you. If damage type dot freeze, which it is, we should let Toothless sleep. No, he's been sleeping so long. Hold on. Let me grab this. It's meant to say milestone chat. My drives are almost all full. Gonna have to move some videos out. Where's Toothless? He's in here. He's in this, and he's in this, and he's in this, and he's not in that folder. He's in the stream folder. Come on out, buddy. He's here. He's here. Oh, I've got to move him off screen and put him. Boom. Do. He's dancing. We'll put him over here. He can dance on your chat. 2 months, Sonny. That's pretty cool. I like him. Fun to talk to. All right. So yeah, why is this not doing anything? So we check if it's freezing damage, which it is, and then we reduce it. And then this is the reduction function. It just reduces it does an 80% reduction in damage. That's why. I forgot that freeze resistance doesn't mean immunity. Even though I just explained that for fire resistance. Which, whatever. Was that sarcasm? I don't think so. I hope not. Gotta go, have fun. I'll rewatch the stream later. Okay. Bye, Mr. Moo. Goodbye. Alright, let's see. Boop. Ow! We're still freezing to death. Let me out! Oh no! No! I just took 8 screenshots. Okay, 2 screenshots. Okay, so what other genes do you think we should add? Someone just put a gene in the chat and I'll just make it. Do. Hold on, what does he say? No. Gills genes. Gills. I have a water breathing gene. Is that what you mean? Well, I guess you want it to actually make gills, which... Oops. Genome. Add me. Water breathing. Boom. We'll give this 85. I don't think... It just gives you regular water breathing. I don't know if... in the future, I would like to make it have gills, but I feel like gills would be a cosmetic... Well, I don't know. This just gives you infinite water breathing. Which, if I remember, doesn't... I'm pretty sure water breathing also makes it so you can breathe in while you're permeating, which is not correct. Which I need to fix. But yeah, so there's a water breathing gene. This one is... I think this one needs to be a quirk gene, not a resistance. And I think I have it set to a resistance right now. So let's go ahead and just change that. Which is down here in the data files. Water breathing. Oh, it is already a quirk. But you can see, yeah, it's a quirk here. And its rarity is uncommon. And then allows you to breathe underwater. So what sort of mobs would have this? I would say a drowned would have it. Is that how you do a drown? Or summon drowned. Yeah. So we do a drowned. The player, I guess, could spawn with it. Might as well. And I think they're the only ones. Or I guess, hold on. Do you think... What's everyone's opinion? Do we think the quirks like water breathing, do we think those should just be able to be acquired? A fish. Or do we think we should have to build up water breathing based on something? Guardian's fish. I don't think it works on non-humanoids. James, you're saying yes to what? I don't remember what I said. I have a bad memory. Like a really bad memory. Wheel of choices. No, I'm not I'm not going to spin a wheel. What would you say would be more fun for you as a player? Do you think I just thought it would be kind of fun if the water breathing. Yeah, Pakia, that's what I was just going to say. If I can make it so that the water breathing was temporary. Unless you're adding a good water quirk, then build it up to water breathing. I mean, we could have like a little splash quirk that you just generate water out of your fingertips. But the wheel, are you scared? Just go. Yeah, I kind of like Pakia's idea too. I'm not gonna take credit for it, but let's see if we can try to do that. Because right now, let's see, resistance system. It's in the resistance system, but it shouldn't be. It should be by itself. We're just gonna see if we're in the water. Okay, so let's actually. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's scroll up here. Let's make a new power, a new palladium power, and we'll see if we can use that to easily control this. So we're gonna make a new file, and we'll just call it gene quirk, I guess. .json. And what we'll do is pull up one of these because I don't actually remember VS Code. I don't actually remember what it looks like. Okay, this is not right. I'll just close this. Alt F4. I don't think Alt F4 is actually the correct button, but I could be wrong. I can press it if you really want me to. So we're going to put this here, put this here. So the idea behind this one is this Palladium power is just going to have all of the quirks. Or no, all of the genes that are controlled via... Or all the quirks that are controlled via the genes, I guess. So we'll just say genome quirk. We'll give it a... let's do mine... No. Bandits... Quirk... Or is it BQL? I think it's BQL. This textures. Actually, it's not. Is it bandits quirk lib? I don't even remember. Bandits underscore quirk underscore lib textures slash item slash. We'll give it the injector maybe. What did I call the injector thing? I have one. I don't have one. The injector is tissue extractor. Slash give me dev tissue. Injector is not real. It's this one. Boop. Oh, well, maybe I want the injector. I don't know. I'll just do this for now. Dot png. It's IntelliJ. Sec. Tree icon. Oh, wait. We just... Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. We just about... Tissue extractor. We don't want the background to be a tissue extractor. We want the background to be something like... block. We'll just do white wool, I guess. Yeah, white wool. White wool.png. Can you see it okay, by the way, or do I need to zoom in more? I don't remember. Also, a gene that increases your base damage and mining level. What do you mean gross? You're the gross one. Let's see. Usually have a startup thing, but we're just going to do water underscore breathing. And we'll do underscore 1. And title quality 1 water breathing. And open source IDEs only. You know what? Not when it comes to Minecraft modding. Kinda breathe underwater. And I think the type of this one, oops. The type of this one, I think, if we made it a command, we could give them, if we made this a command, we could detect when they go underwater for the first time, and then depending on what gene they have, we give them a couple of seconds of water breathing. So the condition, first of all, the commands will do give at s, or no, it's effect give at s water breathe Minecraft water underscore breathing for 5 seconds, amplifier 1, it doesn't, or amplifier 0, it doesn't matter, and then false and then true, or is it true? What's the command? Also, I know that this is off your screen, but whatever. Give me water breathing time amplifier hide particles. So it's just that one thing. So it's 50 true, 50 true. All right, so we delete that, and then the first tick commands we don't care. Actually, yeah, first tick. Oops. This keyboard is too small. I also can't see some of the keys. Even though sometimes I don't need the keys to type, I sometimes look for no reason. Sec with the $5, return my backpack, and oh. Okay, well, I can do one of those things. I can return your backpack. Wait, does this mean now that you've just paid for your backpack? Don't tell Vitamix. He'll get mad. Hold on. I'll return. Let me do this condition, and I'll give you your backpack back. Change IDE or use my funding. Here, how about I just have, let me just have VS Code open here in this separate window, and then you can just look at that. Here you go. There, now you can just pretend, everyone, just pretend that I'm typing here. Okay, we need to do the conditions. And this is going to be an enabling condition. And I think Palladium has an in the water already condition. If not, I have to add one, which is stupid. But let's see first. Conditions. Open. In water. Well, wait. We don't actually want to see if they're in the water. We need not breathing. We could try in water, but I think we need something that's like, it's underwater. Look at that. It already exists. VS Code is garbage, telemetry, Microsoft nonsense. Use Codium. Make me. VS Code isn't, yes, it's full of garbage other stuff, but like, at least it's easy. What was I looking for? Oh, here we go. This condition is type of Palladium. Palladium is under water. Oops. I think that's is where am I blind? There it is underwater. Palladium is underwater. That's exactly what I'm doing. James, thanks for becoming a member. You're the best. Better than second act. Just kidding. Is underwater, and we give them 5. So that actually should work. Oh, we also need the... We'll just actually do this. We'll just stop and start it. Well, I'll add the gene condition afterwards. See you later, Pacquiao. When do you want your backpack back, Sec? Do you want it now, or can it be after I'm done streaming? What do you think? Who outpaid me? He technically didn't outpay you. You're still in the lead today. Don't worry. Don't worry. Later. Okay. All right, let's see if this water breathing effect works. It should... Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's going to... Oops, sorry. I can't full screen, stupid Minecraft. OBS doesn't like it. Fix yourself, OBS. Fix it. Fix it. Come on now. Okay, well, it just wants to stay on that screen. But if I just do this and then this, there we go. VS Code does not like it when the IDE launches Minecraft in full screen. It just gives up. All-time Uke would win. Yes. Okay, we'll turn this back on. But I did come up with the problem. This is going to activate all the time because it's when we're underwater, which we don't want to do. We just want it to be... Well, actually, if I move it to the first tick, that should be better because it should stay on and then turn off. So we'll do that and restart it real quick. Yeah, VS Codes that can't just launch Minecraft in the IDE. That's like the big thing that this does. So even though it's not open source, whatever. You're probably second with how many memberships you've given. Oh, you're talking about Ani? Yeah, probably. I'll do that later when you have more. No one needs to donate anything or become a member or anything like that. Don't worry. Who that's not what I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. I meant your other option. Anything that's not IntelliJ. Okay, let me remove the gene. Remove water breathing. I also need to set this so that it does that. Okay, so we don't have water breathing. The second we go underwater, we should get water breathing. Oh wait, we have to have superpower add gene quirk. Okay, now the second we go underwater, all the way. Oh, we are getting water breathing. Oop. Okay, so there, we got the water breathing for 5 seconds. And then it goes away. Okay, perfect. Are you making my powers add a water trident? Well, right now we're doing water breathing, so that's basically your power. Okay, this should turn off here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's the tiered thing. Then we come up here and breathe, and then we have 5 more seconds of free water breathing. Okay, that works. Membership, mostly right now, the membership just gives you early access to the alpha test stuff, which you already have access to. Let's see. Okay, so the enabling for this, and then we just have unlocking condition of, and then we use the brand new condition that I created myself. Oops. Which is the, it's the genome condition, which I gotta look it up because I don't remember. I think it's quirk _ lib. And I don't remember what it was. Let's take a peek. Genome has gene. So here we can define what gene they have and the quality of it, meaning we can have this tiered sort of effect where the gene changes based on, or the quality of the effect changes based on the gene. So, the gene ID is quirk lib dot, or no, I think it's gene. This keyboard, man, I gotta switch it. Gene dot, water breathing is maybe the ID. I don't remember. Let's look. Boop, boop. Yeah, gene dot water breathing. So, where'd it go? Here it is. So if the quality of the water breathing is min quality of, should I keep it with all of the others, or should I just say, let's do a min quality of 0. Because if they have the water breathing in the first level, it should give them a little bit. Well, let's just say it's 2 seconds of water breathing. So they can stay underwater for 2 seconds. And then what we'll do is we'll copy paste this, which this should just probably be a tiered, or make a custom ability for it, but whatever. We'll say quality 2, kinda better breathe underwater. Water breathing. This will upgrade to 4 seconds, maybe, or 5 seconds, maybe. And this has to be 25 minimum quality. Then we'll do, how strong should we make the water breathing? Should they be able to stay under for like an hour? Level 3 water breathing. Pretty good water breathing. We could give them maybe a minute, 60 seconds, or is that too long? This would be for like we'll say 65% gene. So if they have a 65% quality, or maybe 50% quality, if they have 50% quality, they'll stay under for 60 seconds. And maybe we just say, yeah, okay. The problem is that now we have 4 conditions, or we have 4 abilities here, and each one has a different, or it's checking the same condition over and over again, so I should probably make a custom ability for this. Dang. Always got to add more work to myself. Let's head on down. I guess I'll just show you how to make a new ability if you're using Java programming. If you're doing it in Palladium, you would use it with Cube.js, but since I already have a Java mod, we're just going to do it here. New Java class. We're going to call this scaling gene effect. And which one can we copy? There's the permeation. We'll do the regeneration ability because it's basically the same thing, I think. Except this heals the person, which I don't really care about. Copy this. We'll go to the brand new thing that I just added, and we'll say it extends ability. And then we gotta change this to scaling gene effect. I think the idea behind this is we'll let the player define we'll let them define the effect that they want to use, and then that effect will then get applied based on the quality of the gene that they have. So, for example, we'll pass in, instead of having 4 different abilities here for different water breathings, we'll do one ability. We'll just say water breathing, and we'll have it accept its type is going to be the new thing that we're just going to add, which is going to be a bandit's quirk lib, and it's going to be scaling gene effect. It's going to automatically have all of the same things, so title, description, because we extend it from the ability class. We just need to add in a few custom fields for the effect that we want. So, for example, effect here, we would want Minecraft water underscore breathing. So if we come over here, this we don't need. And I think we don't even need, I don't think we need the tick interval either, because I think we're just going to have it set. We can maybe make it configurable, but we'll create a new static constant. This keyboard, man, I hate it. Palladium property. And this one is going to be a string, because I don't think I can pass in an act. Well, I can pass in a registry. Maybe I'll do that. But we'll just call this effect for now. Equals new. We can do string property, or we can do registry. Can I do potion property? What properties do I have access to? String. I can make it whatever. We're just going to do a string property. Property. I can watch this in my lab and bosses walk by thinking it's work related. That's funny. But yes, it is. You're just researching, programming things. The key is going to be effect. This key is what you put inside of here. So this part of the JSON file is key. It says effect. So we're putting that there, and we do .configurable here, which is just essentially defining the description for when it gets generated inside of the Palladium documentation. So we'll do configurable, and we'll just say the effect to give the player that scales with gene quality. And we're going to need to give them a float as well. Or actually, you have to pass in the gene. Because we need the quality of the gene. Before we can determine the quality here, but that's not enough. We need it to actually know about it. So we're going to have to pass in the gene type here and then check it. Oops. This guy here. So we'll just pass this in and come over here. And I think we'll just copy this, paste it, call this gene, and the gene that scales the effect of based on the quality. Then we can delete these two guys, unused. We'll delete or change this to gene. And we define the properties. So with effect, these are default values. So we'll just make the default water breathing, I guess. Even though we don't really need to. And then gene, the default we'll say is, we'll also do water breathing. Oops. And it's underscore quirk lib gene dot water breathing. Yeah, right now existence, I'm making the water breathing gene and actually making it work and scale over time instead of just giving you the water breathing effect, because that's not great. So the register unique properties here, this is for if you need to keep track of time inside of this, which we don't need to do, because it should be based solely off of whether or not we are in. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, well, yeah, we have the first tick. Okay, we're good. So when this is added for the first time, we check if the player is or if the entity here in this tick is a server player. I'm not going to have this work for other mobs because that just has some problems with it. Maybe in the future I'll change it so that every mob can use the genes, but for now, we're ignoring that. But what we need to do is when this is first ticked, we need to attempt to first check the gene to see if they have it, and then we check the effect to make sure that it's real. Because if this is not a real effect, then, well, that sucks for them. So what we'll need to do is player. Let's see. First thing, let's try to. How do I get the gene? I think we have a gene helper class, which is it's inside of gene help genetics helper. So inside of here, it just has a bunch of random methods, mostly for creating the genes from the pool. Oh wait, this one doesn't have. This is also useless. I need to delete this. Why do we all have stars we paid? Special grade France, exactly. Let's see. So I need to figure out if they have the gene. And I thought I could use the genetics helper for this, but I need to do the genetics capability, because there's a capability that stores the genes that they have. So here we go. The capability provider. That's not what I want. The handler. Nope, that's also not what I want. Get genome. We have to grab the. What would it take for you to add special grade as a role? I don't know. Maybe I could change them in the future. Remove by gene. So pretty much what I have to do is I have to get into this capability and pull out their information. And I do that with the body status. I have the body helper, which is extended into the cube stuff, which is right here. So we'll just have to do it this exact same way. And this is how we do it. We do get capability for this. So we're just going to have to add this in. Yeah, I just did that randomly. Ani. That's not what we want. We want get initial status. I guess we just define. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll define a get status or a get capability inside of the gene helper. So we'll do that in here. Oh, we already have this. This returns a list of all of the. It skips from Swamp Puppy to Apex Predator with no in between. Yes, that's just character growth. Right? That's all that is. Progression doesn't exist. Exactly. Not in this universe. So we already have the get genome. I totally forgot about that. So I think if I just do get genome. Why do I have two? Why do I have a genetics helper and a genome helper? Oh, because the genetics one is in the common library. That's why. Bad naming conventions. Don't take your naming conventions from me. But we can do get genome of the player. There we go. And this is going to return a list tag, which I believe is a list of tags. Crazy thing, I know. Genes. Import. And because I don't really know how the list tag functions, I think it is like a list. But, oh. Yeah, it's essentially like a list. But I don't know how to access it exactly, so we're just going to go through here. We're just going to print them all out. So for genes, no, for int I equals 0, I less than genes dot size, I plus plus system dot out dot println genes dot get I. One I. So this is just going to print everything out that's inside of there. The tick, we delete this. We definitely should be checking if the capability exists, but we'll do that later. Delete this. Documentation description. We don't need this static. That's again for unique properties. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? Is it because of up here? Yep. Boop, boop. Delete that. Why are you end of quotation expected? Excuse you? Why are you being like this? Good morning, Titus. Are they all green or you just... No, you're just all swamp puppies. Why doesn't this... What's wrong with this? Missing... You're not missing one of these. Did I... Where am I missing the stupid... I'm not missing a quotation or a curly bracket. They're all here. Look, it's right there. What if I just delete this? What if I add 2? Why is it okay with 2? What does this one link up to? Huh? Oh, I think I got a typo somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. For loop can be placed with enhanced for. Well, sure. Whatever. I don't like it when it automatically does that. Import this class. Stop it. Import. Which one of these do we think it is? This one? Maybe. Okay, I don't know what the deal is with this, but we're just going to keep it for now. Let's register the ability. Scroll up here to ability register, and this is where you put in all of the abilities that you have. So we'll create a new entry, registry supplier, which a supplier is like a function that, it's not a real function, but it just gives something to something else. Ability, gene, scaling, gene effect. Then we have to come down here and define it, or instantiate it, I guess. Scaling, gene effect is abilities.register, scaling, gene effect, and scaling, gene effect. No. We do the regular class. Scaling gene effect. Detroit Smash? Yeah, that's one of the power stock punches. Deku and All Might name all of their punches after the states of the United States. Except, of course, for the United States of Smash. They, that one is the Almighty. Because so I still think there's something wrong with this, because I don't know where these 2 curly braces are coming from, which means I've missed one, or I missed a semicolon somewhere. But, oh, that's why. Because I copy-pasted it, that's why. I need that. I guess that's your power since it's from Detroit. Well, maybe. That's it's basically stockpile, is what it is. Let's go to the gene quirk and make sure that I actually use this. So we're going to delete. We're going to copy this condition. Condition S. Enabling. Enabling. And paste in that. And we delete all of the other ones. I just realized I did not add in Is that all the semicolons? Or not semicolons? Yeah. I just realized I didn't add in a value for the minimum. Or this. No, the scaling. Never mind. The scaling is done that way. Okay, so all we're trying to do is just check that the water breathing, or see what tags are inside of the gene and see how I can access them. Because if it's just a string where it's just the name of the gene, I can easily just do a .contains. But if it's actual, but if it's an MBT tag, which I think it is, I have to remember how to figure that out. Capital of Michigan is Lansing. Okay, so if we fall under here for the first time. Okay, so it's actually working. So if we look, as soon as we fall underwater, it spits out this. Which means we can verify this and we can get the quality. We just have to make sure I access it correctly, which I think, is it the same as it would be for, I don't remember. I don't use tags too much, but so we know that they're inside there. So let's just try to do genes.contains. Oh, it's got to be a new object. So that's not what we want. We want to get double, get ID, get list. Wait, no, that gets every. That's not what I want. If I can, I mean, I can convert it to a list. Or we just cycle through all the genes. Maybe we just cycle through, because this only happens once. Let's just do that. That's fine. So for every tag inside of this, if, and we have a Boolean, we'll just say found equals true, false, and we'll do a int quality equals -1. We go through these tags, and then we'll say if gene.equal, gene.get ID dot equals, oh, because it's a byte. That's not what I want. How do I use MBT tags? I don't know. Well, why did I put it in an MBT tag? I couldn't tell you. I did that because that's how I did it for the body status, sort of storing it like that. Oh, get as string. Then we could pull it out correctly, but I think there's a better way to do it. I don't know if there is. I think we just have to get it as string and then compare it. So we'll have a thing here. We'll do temp equals gene.get as string. And so this, now we should be able to do regular string things on, because we know what it looks like. It looks like this. So all we have to do is pull out this, substring it like this. So if we do temp dot, can we do contains? If I do contains, no, we shouldn't. So we'll do temp.substring. We'll remove out the first. Do we think it's going to have this? Let's hope not. I'm trying to think. Well, let's just try it. Let's just substring based on that. What? If this dot... Oh, no, because we need... Okay, this isn't... Hold on. Are these both in... We could split it on this. and this. Or we could use regex. That would be crazy. I don't know regex very well. Does anyone know the regular expression to pull out this part of the thing? I don't. If anyone in chat does, you'll be the best. Otherwise, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT. Anyone know? I'll give you a few seconds. Look at you spamming all those hearts. What's your favorite canon mutation? Mina's horns or Tokiyami's head? Is the Chimera guy a mutation? Cause I like him, the bad guy, not the guy who eats stuff and then turns into it. I mean the big guy that was in the movie. Also, it seems like no one knows what the somehow no one knows what the regular expression to pull this out is. Man. Clearly you guys haven't learned anything. I'm just such a bad teacher. What is the regex? Oh, hold on. Let me pull it up for you to see. We're going to say, what is the regular expression to pull out the ID from this string? Boop. And then we'll say also how to get. Also, I am using Java. Let's have it do that. I found that it's pretty decent for pulling out or creating regex strings. Boop. Look at that. It figured it out. I don't know enough. I know enough of regular expression to kind of understand, but I don't know enough to create them myself. But I can kind of explain this. We'll see. And we have to use pattern compile. I've never used these in Java before. I used them in Python, but that's different. Little different. We'll just copy this. But I'll explain what regular expression does real quick. Let me just paste this here, I guess. So we'll need the pattern. This comes up here. We'll define it just outside. We got to do the same thing for quality as well, but we'll wait for that. So we have the input string, which is right here, which is our temp. And we need to make a matcher, which we put in here. And we do this. And we pass in the temp. And if matcher.find is apparently how we do it. Matcher.group1. Why? What does this mean? I don't know what this actually means, but we're going to do this and just boop, pop it there. My guess is does this tell me what group does? Returns the input subsequence captured by the given group. For matcher input sequence S and group in expressions. Yes. Definitely. So basically, we just need to see if this pulls this out. Let's see that. If this works, I'll pull up a website that shows you how regular expressions work, and you'll get a better idea of what this is actually doing. Essentially, what we're doing is we're trying to... it's not using math. I mean, it might be using math, but it's just an efficient way to find patterns inside of strings. And strings are just words or collections of characters. And it's supposedly a lot faster than some of the other string operations that you would do. But we'll see if it actually works. Extracted ID. Okay, so it's pulling it out correctly. So once we extract it out like this, we'll do if the ID dot equals the entry dot get, which actually we should define up here. string gene ID equals entry dot get property, and I believe it's just a gene like this. This just pulls it from up here, and this is assigned to whatever we define it to in the JSON file. And so if we check that they are equal to each other, here, gene ID, if they are equal, that means they have the gene, and then that means we need to grab out the quality of the gene, and then use that quality to found equals true, and then use that quality to determine the level of the ability. So we're going to set, we need to have a new pattern, actually, one that finds the quality as well. So that should be quality this. Honestly, it should be the exact same thing, except it doesn't have these two guys. But let me pull up a regex viewer. This website kind of shows you how the regular expressions work. Can I zoom in? I can. So the string that we have is the, let me go to ChatGPT. This is the string that we have. So we paste this here, and that's what we're looking for. And then this is where the actual regular expression goes. So if we take a look at the regular expression here, we do have two escape characters because it is Java, so we need to get rid of these two guys. So we get rid of this, and we get rid of this. And we also get rid of this. Hold on. I think it's just all of the slashes that we get rid of. And also this. There we go. So you can see this is highlighting and showing us what exactly it's actually grabbing. So right here, this is the group 1, and this is group 0. So group 0 is the full thing, and it's matching it because it essentially sees that there's ID colon with the quotation, and we're saying find that, or find everything in between this and the second quotation mark here. And so that's why the first group is all of this here. It's everything inside of this, these two quotations. And then inside of it, we're saying we'll have any number of, or any value of string. And this is the, let's see. I believe this is just saying any string of characters is allowed. And the plus means more than one or more. So we're basically just saying grab anything, any number of strings where there's at least one in between these two quotation marks. And yeah, so that grabs that. We should be able to grab the quality too. And to do that, we'll just change this to quality. We'll get rid of this guy and we'll get rid of this guy. And there we go. So now we're matching quality as the 0th group. The first group is going to be the 85. But to make sure that we don't grab the little curly brace at the end, I think we have to do this. Yes. So now the curly brace is part of the 0th group, and the first group is just 85. So we can copy this, and we can paste it into our second pattern here, which has to be in quotes. So we do this, and that should be okay. And we'll change this to do ID pattern, and we'll do this to be quality pattern. So we use the ID pattern here. Oh, stop that. And if we find that, then we want to say that the quality is equal to quality pattern dot matcher dot matcher of temp, and we'll do dot group 1. And then this is mad because this is a string, so then we need to do string dot value of, which says convert a string into a number. Oh, just kidding. We need to parse it to it. Wait, why does this not? Does this not do? Returns the string representation. Oh, we don't need to do that. We just need to do this. There we go. So we're pulling out that second thing and saying turn it into an integer, which should be 85. So now if we do this, we should print out print line quality. Dude, this keyboard is so annoying. I gotta switch. Oh my gosh, come on. There. So this should spit out the quality, which is just 85. Currently, at least. And then once we have the quality, we can then do a simple switch case or if statement or whatever to say if the quality is in a certain value, give them water breathing for a certain amount of time. Simple as that. If you're understanding, push 2 in the chat. If you're not even listening, push 4 in the chat. Let's see. So the second we jump in water, we should see... Okay, notice how we don't see anything in the chat. So this is not working. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Oh, I don't know actually. So we're just going to put a breakpoint here. We're going to stop it and turn on debugging mode. We got a couple of people who understand. I think they're lying. Toph from ATLA or Izuku. I don't know what ATLA is. You're going to have to remind me. Spell it out for me. You actually use breakpoints? Yes. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Probably... I don't know off the top of my head, but my guess would be Izuku would win, potentially. I don't remember what... Isn't Toph a airbender? Or not an airbender, an earthbender? Or is she something else? But my thinking is if she is an earthbender, like Izuku punches through rocks all the time, like on the daily. So like she puts up a wall or something and he just smashes through it. And he's probably faster than her. But yes, I do use breakpoints. Why wouldn't you use breakpoints? Oh, it looks like we are in the water. Or it's doing the first tick by itself. I don't know. Just skip over it. Yeah, so as soon as we go in the water, it should break. There we go. So now we can see exactly why this is not working. Right now, the temporary thing is the heat resistance, so it shouldn't match that. Which it should skip through, which it does. The next gene should be the water one. Water breathing. Nope, it's cold resistance. Skip over. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Whoopsies. We gotta come out of the water and go back in. Boop. Boop. There we go. So skip this one because it's that. Skip it again because it's cold resistance. Wait, do I not even have the gene? Did I get rid of the water breathing gene? Genome. Get. I should change that to list. I don't even have the water breathing gene on. Whatever. Full screen. add me water breathing like this. We'll say 65. Now this should activate the console. If I go back to it. No, wait. There. Now this should go off once we get in here. We do skip, 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 skip. Now it should go in. Boop. Yay, it goes in. And then we get the... Oh, there's an exception. No match found. So it lied to me. It lied to me. It didn't find a match. Rude. Why didn't it find a match? It should be perfect. Oh, wait. Is it because... If we go back... Did I forget? No, I got that. Can we make organ implants to use other quirks? I don't know about organ implants. We're just going to cheat because I'm annoyed. Where is... Boop. So it said it didn't find... It couldn't match group 2. Oh, that's why. Because we're matching on temp. We need to match on gene. This. Wait, no. No. This is right. Matcher. ID equals matcher to group. No, it's not right. Okay, we need to match. Wait, no, wait. I'm confused. Okay, so we pull out the genes, and for every gene inside of the list, we get the... we just convert it to a string. So temp is the full thing. Okay, so we are supposed to be doing that. And then we do the ID pattern and match it here for this matcher. And if it exists, which it does, we pull the ID out from the matcher. And then if the ID equals the ID that we're looking for, which is water breathing, then we grab the quality pattern, which is this one, and then match it to... With the same matcher. Can we use the same matcher, or does it get mad? It might get mad. We're just gonna... Boop. I am trying to get quality. Why no work? The lazy way to do it. You're doing this, but group 1 is being called before match or find is checked. This will throw in a state exception if no match is found. You must call match or find beforehand? So you should use a digit matching expression like //d. Okay, so it found 2 things. One, it thinks we should not use character, which I guess makes sense. Because this would automatically it would automatically pull it out. So if we pull it here. See, but that doesn't, I don't think it finds it. Qualifier, yeah, I don't think this is capturing anything. If I'm being honest. If we do this, quality, this, D plus. Oh, so it's just double backslash because it's in Java. That's why. So if we do this and we do // D plus, which is any number of digits, and then it complains because we don't call match or find, but we shouldn't need to because we know it's going to be there. Like, we know quality has to exist, but maybe it's a Java thing where it'll force it to want it. So we'll just do 2 different matchers, I guess. ID matcher dot find ID matcher dot find group. And then in here we do matcher quality matcher equals quality pattern dot matcher dot temp, like this. See, I don't like this because now we're going in. Now we're like 3 deep into these stupid if statements. I don't like it. I don't like it. Or we could just, I mean, quality equals integer dot parse int equality matcher dot group 1, like that. This should pull out the quality. Yeah, I don't like that. That's three if statements deep, but we might not have a choice. Is anyone here besides Bandit good at coding? You all have been watching, so you should be very well versed. So not me, says James. Sometimes there's people who stop in who know what they're doing, and then they just tell me what to do. Are you a never nester? No. Like, I'm okay with nesting things. It's just sometimes it gets too confusing. It gets too confusing. Look, it's getting the quality of 65. It's working. Yay. 3 if statements isn't much def. Yeah, I know. It's technically 4 though, because we have the for, and then we have the if, and then we have the another if, and then we have the another if. Like, I'm okay with it. It's just recently, with some of the stuff I've been doing, I've been trying to make it more readable. And sometimes the if statements going in and in and in can be a little shady. But like something like, I don't know. It was just more to make it look good, I guess. Okay, so this is working. It's pulling out the quality, which is good. Let's get rid of this print because the print is really bad when it comes to things. What we could do is we could change this to a while loop so that it exits if they have 12. Because I can't use can I use an or actually? No, because that would make it infinite. Let's change it to a while loop, I guess. While not found. No, wait, for loop, because we don't want it to go out of bounds. I equals 0, I is less than genes dot size, I plus plus, and then we do an or found, not found. Wait. And boop, boop, not found. And then we just have to do tag gene equals genes dot get I. And then we paste everything into here. Like this. What we did there is we added an early escape to the for loop. Because before it would circle through all of your genes every time you went underwater. Now it'll just go until it finds the gene that you've specified inside of the effect here. And then once it finds it, it stops. Looks to see if the player has the gene. So then if we have found it, so if found, then we say, okay, we need to now determine the quality of the effect. So we're going to do an int duration equals how long will this live be? I don't know. Yeah, sometimes it's an average of 2 to 3 hours. We'll see how long I last today. It's more just how long I go until I get hungry and need to go eat something. We'll say get duration from quality, and we pass in the quality. This is, yeah, the length. Okay, so let's make a new method here. We'll just call it private static. Nope, we don't need a static. Private void, not void. Int get duration from quality. Int quality. And what we need to do is pretty much just say, depending on what the quality is, that we return a duration. And so this will be how long the water breathing is going to be, and any other effect that you give or you want to give the player. So what we'll do is we'll do if the quality is, we'll start big and then we'll go small. So if it's greater than or equal to, we'll say 85, and oh, that's 785. If the quality is greater than or equal to that, then we'll just return a duration of, actually, if it's 100, a high quality, let's return, how long should the effect be for? An hour? Yeah, maybe like an hour. Which in time is, or in ticks, is 360 is a minute, so 3600. 3600. I don't know if this is going to be ticks or if it's going to be, wait, did I do that wrong? 60 times 60 is 36, and there's 2 zeros. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. Okay, whatever. I'm done. Dumb. If quality is greater than or equal to, we'll say 85, we'll return 45 minutes. I don't know if this is in ticks. We're going to do this. 60 times 60. If quality is greater than or equal to 50, we return see, 45 minutes just seems forever, like forever. 45. Let's do, instead of 45 seconds, let's just do like 5 minutes. So 5 times 60. And that just kind of shows how the potency changes. So you get, let's see, 1 hour, 5 minutes. $60. This is 1 minute. Or maybe we should do like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's a 2, whatever. 2 minutes. And then 1 minute for we'll do 25, and then anything else is, we'll just return 30 seconds. This would be 120. This would be 300. And 60 times 60 is 3600, isn't it? I think it is. So the idea is that if you have 100% quality, you're going to have water breathing for an hour. If you have above 85%, then it's going to be 5 minutes. If it's above 50%, then it's 2 minutes. 25, it's 1 minute. And otherwise, it's 30 seconds. I think that's a decent duration, right? So now we need to give the player the potion effect. And I think, if I remember correctly, that's using the level. Oh, wait, no, we have the player. So can I do player.add effect? I can. So player.add effect, new mob effect instance. And actually, we need to get the. We need to get the effect instance too, because we just passed in the effect name, so we have to try to get it. So we'll do mob effect instance and wait, effect instance equals new mob effect instance, and I think it wants a resource location. Does it? No, it wants a new mob effect. Dot by ID, maybe? No, because that's not what we want. Because we have the what we have is the we have a string for the potion registry ID. That is equal to the entry dot get property of this thing, gene. No, effect. And so this has I think he means Pacchio, maybe. But this is the ID string for the potion, or the resource name, resource location. I don't know how we can get the mob effect. Do I do .get? Because usually what you would do is you do mob effects dot, and then it's defined all of them here inside of these as constants. See you later, Titus. But the problem is we can't do this because we actually need to use like a resource location to look it up, because these all have resource locations. If we click on this guy and go down to hunger, you can see it's being registered here, but we need to figure out how to actually access it from the resource name. What quirk do you want the most to just play? I don't know. I just want this add-on to be finished. The problem is I have to finish it all. So it takes forever. Let's see if I don't. Is there a way in Forge modding to add a potion effect given the resource name, like Minecraft : water _ breathing? We'll see. May you at least finish one gene effect. Well, I mean, there's the resistances all work fine. So we have this. Forge registries.get value. Okay, so we have to grab it directly from the Forge registry. I did not know that. But let's try it. So this we need to do mob effect, import class effect equals forge registries.mob effects.get value. Then we pass in a resource location, which I think we can get away with just doing the string. That was a lie. We do parse with it. So that should be the effect. So now we do player dot add effect new mob effect instance. We have to give it a mob effect, which is just the effect. The duration is the duration. The amplifier, we'll do an amplifier of 0 for now. We might need to have that as an optional thing. And ambient true, visible false. And we can show icon. Do you guys want to see the icons? Effect might be null. It is not. I can guarantee. Actually, no, I can't. So we have to say if effect is not equal to null. Now, if it is equal to null, then we just we gotta log it. quirklibforge.logger.error and say invalid name for potion effect. And then we give the name, which is potion registry ID. And that should do it. So yeah, my question is, would you rather the quirks show you the potion effect, or the genes show you the potion effect when they're active, or would you like that hidden? Because I can see benefits to both. The one con would just be that it would be a little annoying to have it on the screen, but at least it would give you an indication. Because, like, for example, if there's a quirk that gives you strength, the strength effect, would you want to see that strength potion effect on you all the time or not? Something might not be right. We have water breathing forever. Let me do... You should be able to turn it on and off to see what they are. Hidden. I don't know what you mean by that. Turn it on and off. Also, we have water breathing forever. That's not good. Genome, remove, dev. Water breathing. Go away. Thank you. So now if I add it back, and we add it in a quality of... We'll first just say a quality of 1. So we're getting water breathing instantly, which is not intended. This should only be enabled when we are underwater, which we are in fact not underwater. What if I go underwater and then come back out of water? Okay, so now it's infinite. Interesting. Habitat. So I think maybe the genes will be like in here. I'll just list them in here, maybe. Kind of like how NBC Heroes does it with their powers. So why is this running forever? It's inside of the first tick. And tick does nothing. And this just returns. Oh, wait. Do I need to check if it's... Oops. I might need to check if it's actually turned on. I don't think I need to, but we'll see. This morning I accidentally started streaming to Twitch. I pushed the start streaming button in OBS, and of course that's not the real button you're supposed to press. And so I was talking to Twitch for just a teeny tiny bit, which I thought was kind of funny. By the way, that screen there that you keep seeing every time I turn it on, that's a information screen that should be showing up even in the alpha test, but I noticed that it doesn't. It only does it here in this dev environment, which is annoying. Let's see, we still have infinite water breathing. Is there something wrong with the power? If we do superpower remove gene, so no, it shows up here. It shows up and... Oh, wait. I know why. Is it inside of the resistance? Les resistance. It's in the resistance system still. That's damage. Resistance. That's down in systems, I think. Yeah, this guy. This is why. Get out of here. We don't want either of those. This is why it wasn't working. It was overlapping the genes. So it was automatically doing... it wasn't using Palladium's implementation. It was using my other one. Silly me. Oh. Someone asked, how will I be implementing New Order in the future? Doesn't have an exact set of abilities, like OFA. This one says, yeah. So I think the way that one's going to have to work is it's going to have set abilities, because I'm not gonna have infinite combinations, you know. But maybe those conditions could just change, like the rules could change, maybe. I don't know 100% know, because it would be kind of cool to have like infinite possibilities, but we see how things with lots of possibilities, aka this this gene system, we see how long it takes me to do that, so probably should hold off. Let's add back our water breathing. We can see that the problem is gone. Boop, boop, boop. As soon as we go underwater, we should get water breathing 4. Okay, there's a possibility the water breathing is in ticks. It's definitely going to be in ticks. If I remove it and then add 50, I think. Now if we go under. Oh, wait. I never gave myself the quirk back. Boom. Water breathing. 5 seconds of water breathing. And then it gives up. That's at quality 1. Is that correct? Is that what I really set it to? It returns 30. Is this in ticks? Is this supposed to be in ticks? Int duration. It doesn't say. Wait. Duration might be in ticks and not seconds. Tick is duration effect. Yeah, this is in ticks. So we'll need to multiply the duration by 20, I think. 20 ticks per second? Yeah, I think that's correct. Let's try this. Just confirm what version of Minecraft is this. It's 1.20. Right now, Palladium only supports 1.20. As well as all of the other current superhero mods. Yep. The it's kind of the default modding standard for a while, I think. Load, 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 load. I can't breathe. Okay, so that's definitely not right. Also, we're not in the water. Oh, wait, we just fell. What quality did I give to myself? Genome, get, dev, 1%. Oh, I have two. I've got 50% and 1%. So let's remove my water breathing. And let's remove it again because it stacks, I guess, which it's not supposed to, but it does, and I haven't fixed it. Quality of 1%. This slash effect clear dev water breathing. Oh, wait. We just clear it here. We need to clear it on the last tick. So we copy this. We paste it. We change this to last tick. And it should be the exact same. And we don't need this enabled. Because this just gets ran when it's done. And so we find out what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. We don't need to grab quality. We don't need to grab this. We just remove the effect, no matter what it was. Well, wait, because we don't know what the effect was. No, we do, because we passed it in. Okay, so we'll do this. If the entity is a server player, we don't need to grab their genome anymore because it should be pretty straightforward, or we already know what it is. We just need to clear the effect that they had, whether or not they had it. So this right here, this player.add effect, we just change it to player.remove effect. We need to give it the mob instance. And this should be the same. Actually, it should all be the same. Let's just copy this. Let's paste this. Change this to remove effect. And that should be good. We don't need to define, because this just passes in a new mob effect. So, which is just effect. So we should be able to just do this. Effect. Argument might be null. Oh. I gotta put this inside of an else statement because otherwise it's actually not protecting against null failures. It's just saying that there is a null failure and then just doing it anyway, which is not the purpose of checking for nulls. Okay, I'll put that there. There we go. Why are you mad? Similar log message. Who cares? So this should remove it now too, as well as give it correctly. And this should be the last change for water breathing, and water breathing should work just fine now. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I understand. Single player. This, make it full screen so you can see. Loading terrain. All right, we don't have the effect. If we go underwater, we get water breathing for 30 seconds. Come out of water, we lose water breathing. Go in, 30 seconds, out, lose it. If we give /genome remove dev water breathing and add water breathing at an 85%. Actually, let's do 100%. We go under here, we should have an hour of water breathing. So we can hold our breath now for an hour. Blub blub. Move, fish. Perfect. That's working just like I wanted it to. Let's now see if if it's attaching to the drowned correctly, because we defined it to be drowned. So let's do this, and let's do this, and let's just get a bunch of them, because it sometimes takes a while. So if we check, nothing, 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 nothing. Cool. I don't think it I don't think actually builder genes spawn inside of these guys, if I'm being... I'll just grab a bunch of them. I think it's... Is it uncommon or is it rare? Let me grab a villager just to make sure that this is still working the way that I think it should. Come here. Come here. Stop running. Stop running. There. Oh. It just removes it. I didn't realize I removed that. Oh, that's annoying. Well, let's see here. We're going to have to put this inside of the sequencer, and we do analyze, start 1. This will analyze the thing, the gene, and it will tell us what's inside of it. Let's see. Read out 1. Here are the DNA results. We have 2 genes, 3 genes. 4 genes? No, 3 genes. And we haven't identified any of them. So we're going to take it out of the sequencer, put it into the slicer. We are going to do exit, slicer, slice 1, 2, and 3. Oh, here we go. We can see their gamma gene, cold resistance, and beta gene. So they're not what we want. We want... Come here, little guy. Did he just... Analyze. Let's get a couple of analyzers here. So I don't like waiting. Analyze. Analyze. Start 2. The translation system isn't working perfectly because it should be showing up. Alpha gene, beta gene. Take this out, put this in. This here. We'll go analyze. Start 1, start 2. Slicer. Also beta and gamma gene. Unlike some of the other add-ons that you've seen, the random stuff is actually random in this, so it's very difficult to get this. Especially uncommon. Way harder to get than regular commons. Way harder. Slicer. Slicer. Did that even change? 98%, 87%. Slicer. Oh, it's automatically there. Cold resistance, beta gene, alpha gene. Come on now. We just got to see that it actually shows up for once. I don't know why I turned off debugging. I should have not done that. Start 1, start 2. Also should probably delete everything in this inventory. Lava. Boop, boop, Boop. Slicer. Cold resistance. Slicer. Unknown. Okay, I think we found it. We found it. It's gene A490. So we need to... we can identify that. Actually, let's slice it first. So we do slice and then do 2. And this will pull out the A490 gene. And it's going to pop it in here. No animations yet. Boop. And it's a quirk vial. That means it is actually water breathing. So what we can do with this is if we put it here and we get out the bioprinter, which is a device that allows us to print out genetic material. If I go into the printer, here we can see the printers. So we have the first printer selected. Oh, we don't actually haven't identified it yet. So let's do catalog, and let's do identify. And we do I1, start one. Yep. Is that INF? What is that? Infinite? Infinite what? This, there we go. That's done. So now this has been identified. So if we go back to catalog, we can see there's the quirk gene. If we info on 3, we can see it's the water breathing quirk at 25% quality from the drowned. So if we take this, we stick it into the bioprinter and we do printer, we do select. Oh, wait. It doesn't actually go into the printer. We have to have it here, and then we do printer select 3. And let me just do select 3, select 4, select 5. And then we go build. And so this should actually be starting. There you go. It automatically put the correct samples in. And there we go. We have this injector with all of the genes, the A490, 422E, and apparently another 22E. If I do genome, remove my everything. Remove my water breathing. What else do I have? /genome get dev. We have heat resistance and cold resistance, so let's remove heat. Let's remove cold. Whoa. Cold resistance. All right, now when I use this, I should get everything. Applied 3 genes. If we go ahead and take a look, we have the 490, 422E, and 422E. They don't tell us the names. Again, the translation of everything is kind of messed up. It's messed up. I gotta fix it. But we have the effect, which is 2 effects, and we should have the water breathing thing now. So if I jump on in here, it should be a 25% water breathing. And so then we get a minute of water breathing. 25% seems kind of high for that, though. 60 seconds. Let's do this. Since this is on the lower end, let's do 15. Then we do 30 seconds. Then we do... um, 2 minutes, maybe. 120. So we'll do 2 minutes. 30 seconds. Or maybe this should be 1 minute. There we go. So 1 hour, 2 minutes, 1 minute. We'll do 30. We'll do 15 seconds because that's kind of low. Seconds. And if it's anything lower than that, we'll just make it 5 seconds of whatever. Okay, I like that. So there we go. The water breathing gene is completed. How long have I been streaming? And we did one gene. Let's look. How long has this been going on? 3 minutes? Oh, 2 hours and 5 minutes. And we did a whole single gene. That's impressive. Fastest coder in the world, guys. Fastest coder in the world. But the good news is, because we set it up so that it's an ability, so if I go back to here, because this is an ability, the scaling gene effect, now that means that I can do this with any other potion effect. So like resistance, I can do it, and it's a scaling resistance. I'll probably change it so it's a scaling based on time, or based on time and then based on amplification. But yeah, so that works. We have water breathing. Let me add that to the GitHub so I don't forget or don't lose my progress. Gene quirk, ability register, scaling gene effect, resistance event, resistance system, and water breathing.json. Added water breathing implementation. Okay, let's do one more. Maybe we'll try a simpler one. A simpler gene. I think one of you said something about a gene that makes you taller. Let's see. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Oh, sorry, checking Discord. So let's make the one that makes you taller, just because that's kind of funny. Although, do I have Pikui in here? / scale, I do. Have you already made a gene to jump higher? No. I have not. I don't like jump boost genes. I mean, I can make one. The problem with the jump boost is I hate when it's always on. I guess I can make a shift and then jump to give a little jump boost. Because always on jump boost makes it kind of annoying. Like if I give myself effect give jump boost 3 seconds. Or is that amplifier? 3 seconds, amplifier 2. So like if I do this and now I'm trying to run around, it's just kind of annoying. Oh, gotta give it for more than 3 seconds. 60 seconds? Bounce, 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 bounce. You know what I mean? But maybe I just say whatever. You just get the jump boost gene. The frog and rabbit quirks. Yeah, I guess. Maybe I should make a way to turn it off or something. Whatever. Let's do jump boost, I guess. So this, I guess, is a tutorial on how to add a new gene from the start. What you do is you copy an old gene because you're too lazy to make your new one. We do new. Wait, no. We paste. And instead of calling it water breathing, we'll do jumping. .json. You give it a unique name. So we'll say jump underscore boost. This is going to be a quirk for now. Uncommon. I don't think it should be uncommon. I think it should be common. Quality range. You give it whatever quality you want. Combinable doesn't technically do anything now. I think one of the problems is you would get this from a rabbit, right? I don't think my injector is coded to work on. Yeah. It doesn't work on non-humanoid entities yet. So for now, we'll just give it to a zombie. Because that makes the most sense, really. And this is going to be increases the abilities to jump. The user's ability to jump higher. Do we want this to be infinite? Infinite, like, or should it be toggleable? What do you guys think? If it's going to be toggleable, it's going to be annoying to set up, but infinite would be probably would make more sense. Toggle? Or what if it was like a shift? You have to hold shift to activate your jump boost. So if you're shifting and then jump, it does a boost instead of just jump boosting all the time. Boing, boing, boing. Okay, let's do that. Yes, it would be annoying. That's why I didn't want to do it. Okay, so common, quirk boost. So this is literally all you have to do to add a new gene, but you do have to code in the stuff. It makes sense to have a coil down to jump higher. I think it just... Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. I'm not going to charge it up or anything. I'm just going to have it... we probably shouldn't call it jumping, huh? We should probably call it... Refactor, rename, jump boost. Bump, 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 bump. Okay. Then we come up here because I think we're going to need a second ability. We have one for the scaling gene ability here. Where's that? Scaling gene effect. This does time. This is a duration scale. We need to do a amplifier scale. Scaling gene amp effect. And what this is going to do instead is down here we scale the, or we get the duration from the quality. We're going to change this to get the amplification from the quality. And so this is going to be amplification from quality, amplification. And so we still get the effect the exact same way, except now the duration changes. So we're going to do 20 seconds, or 1 second of the amplifier of this amplification. And so this means it'll have to be continuously turned on, or yeah, it'll have to be continuously turned on for it to work. But this should be fine because if we're holding shift, it should be able to activate, and then... Ooh, wait, no. It should be in tick, not first tick. And it's going to complain because it's already defined. We scroll down here. We delete this. And I think we're good. So now this is going to run every tick, which is kind of annoying, but it should be fine. We could put these inside of if there's server player, actually. But yeah, we check if it's enabled, check if there's a server player. And then we do literally the exact same thing, except now we're going to give them an amplifier. And the amplifier is determined here. So if they are doing nothing, it should be 0. If they're greater than 25, we'll say 1. Then we'll say 2. Then we'll say 3. Then we'll say 4. And so that'll just all be that amplifier. I think that's fine. So then we go to the gene quirk page. We do jump boost. And oopsies. Go back. This, then this. Hit it with a little tab. The type is going to be a bandits underscore quirk underscore lib and scaling gene amp effect. We're gonna have to change this to scaling gene duration. Before I forget, let's go register it in the ability and then also change the name here. So this one has to do gene underscore duration, gene underscore amplification. And it's going to be mad about this. So we go underscore duration. And we copy this thing and paste in the amp effect. Scaling gene underscore amp. Scaling gene underscore duration. And scaling gene amp effect. And then we rename this one. Refactor, rename. Refactor. Do the refactor. All right. Now that should be good. So we're saying we're doing this. The title is just going to be jump boosting. Add a jump boost when holding shift. Oh, wait, no. Jump boost. And the description is add a jump boost when holding shift. And we don't need a description, or yeah, we don't need a we do need that. We need the effect and then we need the gene. Boop. Effect is going to be jump underscore boost. And the gene is the jump underscore boost gene. Last but not least, we need a condition. Specifically an an unlocking condition. I'm trying to think if we need an unlocking to say that they have that gene, or if we can just use this. I think we can probably just use this. What is jump boost? No, is crouching. All right, that should be good. I think that's going to work now. Start. Currently, we're working on the jump boost gene, which gives the player jump boost if they have the gene at different different qualities. So we're testing it now. We have conditions or power abilities for duration-based effects, and now we have one for amplified effects. The idea is that when we hold shift, we get a little jump boost, and letting go of shift is enough to do that. So holding this shouldn't do anything. It doesn't. So let's do, I made 2 genes in 2 hours, excuse you. A gene is, it's like DNA, if you know what that is. I know that's probably not the same, but it's just, essentially, it's another way to get a quirk. So it's your body's information, the information inside of your body that tells you what powers you can do. And so it's just a marker that says you can now do something important. So if I add myself underscore quirk lib jump boost, if we add this at a quality of 15, while I shift, I should get jump boost. I couldn't help but notice I don't actually have jump boost. The gene power is either gone or it didn't work. Okay, there's an error. Jump boost type equals scaling gene amp effect. let's scroll into this log. We typed it in, or something went wrong. Here we go. Conditions serializer. Palladium is crouching, does not exist. So apparently that's not a real thing. I'm pretty sure it is, but we'll live in denial. Is it just regular crouching? It might be. It might not be. Is crouching. It's just crouching. There we go. Let's exit and save so that I don't have to give the gene back, and push play. How many quirks have I created so far? Well, only like 5 or 6. Because I've been putting so much time into this, this, basically it's a build your own power thing. So I've been putting time into the back end for this and getting it all set up. But this will allow you to make pretty much your own custom abilities and powers, as well as the main quirks that I added in. I need to do some more for real, but it just takes time looking. And as I said earlier, that some people may not have heard, I'm currently looking for a new place to live as well as a new job. So those also take some time. Permeation has been added, and quirk transfer is technically added. Doesn't work too well. We should be good now. If I hold shift, we should get some jump boost. We do get a little jump boost. So there's this, and if we do this. Okay, I think that's working. So if I do genome, remove, dev, jump boost, then we add. When did permeation get added? Permeation got added last update video. Did you not watch the movie? You must not have. If we max this to 85, we should get boink. Oh yeah, that's way better. I gotta delete. Since this duration is so small on this one, we're gonna have this not run a last tick because we want the jump boost to last a little bit. Or should I? So do you guys think they should be shifting in order to do it, or do you think they should have a little second? So like if they hold shift and then let go and then jump, kind of like that fast, do you think they should still be able to jump, or is it only if they're jumping that they have to do it? Or only if they're crouching? What do you think? Boing. I don't know, I kind of like it that you have to shift. Okay, so then we're gonna keep this last tick that removes the effect. Only crouching at lower levels? No, I can't. I'm not gonna make it do both. Oops. This is fun. Wow, just like that, we added another quirk power. Jump boost. If you have a grace period, you give it a higher skill ceiling. If you have a grace period, that's another, because the crouching is handled inside of the power itself, inside of the gene quirk. So then that would be a second power here that it's checking to see. I mean, I could increase the amplification, but then that would also increase the duration, but it would also increase the duration for the other abilities that use this. Because this ability here is just to give them a short boost for based on a certain amplification. So jump boost, whatever. If they wanted to keep this active, they would give it an enabling condition that would last longer. So like a toggle, you could set a toggleable here, and then it'll last forever. And as soon as you toggle it off, it turns off. So I think, yeah, I think I like the way that this is done. Let's go to 100. Let's remove this and add 100 quality. We should jump even higher. That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fun. Jump boost. And now we're one step closer to the frog quirk. Wow. We combine water breathing, jump boost. What else? Water breathing, jump boost, tongue thing, or the bunny quirk. That's true. Just gives you bunny ears. Wee wee. Okay, so that's cool. Let's hit save. Invisibility. We could probably do an invisibility quirk. Oh yeah, we can do invisibility quirk because that's a quirk that I was going to do because it just makes you invisible forever. Let's do that one. That's going to be the last quirk I'm going to do for today. Let me add this to GitHub. Rename. Boop, boop. Added. Jumping quirk. I guess Gene is what it is. Let's add in invisibility. This one should be actually pretty easy to do. We're going to copy this. It could be, well, we'll do it in amplification. It doesn't matter. This one, actually, we don't even need an amplification because it's only a, it's just forever. Whoa. Saw something strange. Invisibility. Your body becomes permanently invisible. We don't need an effect or a gene. The condition for enabling is going to be my condition. So it's bandits underscore quirk underscore lib quote has gene, maybe? You don't remember. Never remember. Genome has gene. I don't know why I call it genome has gene, because that's kind of dumb. This one's not going to have a quality because I'm not going to make semi-translucent people. That would be dumb. We'll just say min quality 0. Oh, we got to make the gene real quick. Scroll, 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 scroll. Scroll here. We'll just copy this. Copy. Paste. Invisibility. We change this to invisibility. Quirk uncommon, or should it be rare? We'll leave it uncommon. The quality range is going to be 100 because there's no such thing as tiers of invisibility. As I said, I'm not making you translucent. Makes the user permanently invisible. Player and drowned, that's fine. I'll change those later. So this is the thing. So let's do this. Boop. In quality, we'll just say 100. Actually, we'll say 0 because people would probably cheat. And that's no good. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. We probably need one more. Is there an ability already in Palladium that adds in a that adds in an effect? I thought there was, but maybe not. Healing effect, skin change, water walk, name change. Oh, there's an invisibility. Wait, I've added a true invisibility, I think. Did I not? Or is that an effect? Because I'm pretty sure the Palladium invisibility is junk. It doesn't make you actually invisible. Let's see. Let's just test it. Palladium invisibility. I know what I can do. We do this. Invisibility. No. Shadow. Removes shadow. And actually no title. And we just say removes shadow. Shadow for invisibility. We can just say Palladium ability underscore enabled. And the ability is invisibility. And this is going to be a command. The first tick command, first underscore tick underscore commands. This is going to just do tag add at s bql.no shadow. And the regular commands is going to do nothing. The last tick commands is going to do tag remove at s bql.no shadow. So the BQL no shadow is a tag that I implemented inside of the library that when the player has it, it will remove it won't render their shadow on anything. I have to use this for permeation, and I guess now I'm using it here to help disable the shadow, because otherwise your entity shadow just kind of shows up wherever. And invisibility then is pointless because you can still see the shadow, which is dumb. But not anymore. Now it's completely invisible, no shadow, no nothing. You will still see armor, but this is that's lore accurate because that one girl goes invisible. What's her name? MHA invisibility quirk. Toru. Allow ads. Leave me alone. Toru Hagakure. This girl. Boo-doo-doo. Invisibility. Brand new quirk. See? Aren't we good at making things? Now there's like 6 or 7 quirks. If we do genome add dev bandits quirk lib invisibility. Again, it doesn't matter. We'll give it 100. Boop. Huh. Something's not right. Tag list. Oh, that's because we messed up the... It's tag at s add. And tag at s remove. But see what I mean? How the shadow doesn't actually show up? If we remove the gene... Or it still shows up, I mean... There we go. If we do that, now if we save in quick, real quick, with this change, it should do that. And then we'll post this in the teasers for everyone to say, look, I am actually doing something. Just invented a brand new quirk, invisibility. And water breathing. The list of quirks goes on. Does crouching remove the shadow? No, it does not. See? Crouching does not remove your shadow at all, which is dumb. But we should be good now. So genome add dev invisibility. Go to quality of 100. There goes the shadow. We are forever invisible. If I put on some armor, we should still be able to see that because, oh. Okay. One moment. We're supposed to be able to see the armor. Technical difficulties here. I think the invisibility actually has something to toggle it. No, it does not. Wait, what? Come on, man. I just want them to be invisible. I have to give them the invisibility potion effect. Because that would be dumb. Move. Slash effect, give me invisibility. Dang. Okay, well, so we can't use palladium invisibility. But it still removes the shadow, nonetheless, which is good. So let's do this. We'll go back. True invisibility in other mods usually works on mobs. Invis is useless against mobs. Oh, that's true. Should I make the invisibility become true invisibility? Meaning that no mobs can see you. Because I already have it. Oh, you're saying yes. Because I already have it so that there's logic in there. My smoke screen quirk prevents mobs from aggroing. So I could do a similar thing with invisibility. Otherwise, it's a PvP quirk only. No, it's a cosmetic quirk. It should be cosmetic, actually. But yes, please, true. I believe you agree with the making it so that the mobs can't see you. So should I make it that when you're invisible, no matter what, the mobs can't see you, or should I make it be that you have to have a 100% quality gene to do it? Or should we just say that any invisibility, just always give out 100%, and then say that any level of invisibility makes the mobs stop attacking you? Let me open up my open recent. Dev environment. Always 100%. We have one vote for always 100%. Any invis. Okay, so it's always 100% is what two people say. And I'm going to say that that's probably the majority. Invisible is invisible. True. All right, so let's see. The smoke. Which smoke ability does that? Smoke cloud, I think. Do I give them... I just got to see real quick how I make the mobs not attack them. I thought it was a tag that I used, but it might actually be... Yeah, it's like the Invisible Girl's quirk. You'll be forever invisible. No one will ever see you again. Where do I... Oh wait, I think it's a tag actually, yeah. Cuz I think in the function, that's the particle function. If store that charge management run scoreboard add smoke charge 1 run title. Is there elastic? Oh, here it is. This function. Boop. MyHA smoke cloud. The true invisibility effect. So it is a potion effect that I made. The true invisibility makes you invisible to mobs. So we got to come back here and go to this. And I guess we just add it here. We'll do effect give. Is it effect give? Oh no. I'm gonna say so. Effect give this bandits underscore quirk lib true for invisibility. Please tell me this does not make the armor go invisible. Oh, wait. We have to change this too. So it's just going to be a command, I guess. So we're just going to have one invisibility. It removes a command. Has gene invisibility. Turn this one off. So we turn off their shadow. We give them infinite true invisibility, and we just hope that this doesn't amplifier was 0. And we just hope it doesn't get rid of their armor. I don't remember if I made it get rid of the armor or not. Seconds, amplifier, hide particles. So amplifier 0, infinite, true, and then if they somehow lose it, we just turn off their invisibility. Remove. Okay. Two invisibilities. Let me delete this one. Wait, no. Let me replace these real quick. Boop. Then delete the duplicate. And I guess let's just look here at the true invisibility effect while we're in the code, and I'll see if it makes us invisible or armor invisible. I hope it does not. Please don't. Effects. There it is. True invisibility. Nope, this is just a tag, I think. Or I think I just used it as a I don't actually remember where I use it, because I know that this prevents it. Let me. Oops. Let's do a Control-Shift-F here and find out. Well, we're going to find out. This kind of looks like it doesn't do anything. I'm scared. We have true invisibility? No. No. So we got to do effect, clear, dev, invisibility. Now let me put me in. We're gonna die. Game rule, dude. Keep inventory true. So if I spawn this guy and then I give myself. So if I give myself true invisibility, infinite 0, true. This has the true invisibility effect. It doesn't actually make me invisible, but it should stop mobs from targeting me. Huh? Why are you mad? Oh, why is this not? Effect? Oh, it's clear, not remove. If I remove this now, this guy should, if I summon a drown one end out. Why aren't you attacking me? Oh. There, he stabbed me. Come here, I'm testing. Come after me. Why doesn't this guy come after me? That's so strange. He can't move. Oh, can they not walk on water? Or walk on land? Wow. Don't tell me the Minecraft YouTuber did not know that. Okay, so he's coming after me. We give myself this. He should lose interest. He loses interest. And then we remove it. And then he should come after me. He does. I'll be honest, I don't remember how I implemented the true invisibility. I really don't, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter in this instance. What we need to do is we need to change the command because I used remove, I think. And it should be clear. So we're going to remove our shadow. We're going to give ourselves true invisibility, and then we need to give ourselves Minecraft invisibility because Minecraft isn't going to hide our armor. It's just going to hide our body. So we give an infinite of that, and oops. And we also clear it too, the same way. And this should be this quirk done. We give it all the old try. Let's see. So basically, if you get this one, you're just invincible. Because no mob is going to go after you. I could add something in the future that maybe like a timer sort of deal that whenever you hit something, you temporarily lose your true invisibility and then you regain it back after that timer. So like if you hit a mob and then they know where you are for a short amount of time and then they'll lose you. Yeah, because like fighting bosses and stuff, you could just instantly win all of them because they're not going to know where you are. Right? So, all right, we add this quality 100. We should disappear. Our armor is still appeared. We have true invisibility, which means if we summon in a husk or a hoglin, why not? Ow. He can still see me. Relax, buddy. Relax. I've got invisibility. How do you smell me? How do you still see me? Oh, there we go. Oh, he lost interest because he turned into that. Summon. Is this not true invisibility? Uh-oh. Now they're fighting. Give him some more. Give him some more people. Who's gonna win? The hoglin or the 15 husks? Okay, so I am invisible. If I get close to him, can he touch me? Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're just invincible. What if I summon the warden? Like, can he do anything to me? Oh! Okay, well, you're not strong against the warden. Look at him run around there. So I should be clear. Yeah, okay, so you can walk around to normal mobs. You just can't, bosses might be harder, but... Okay, that's cool. Yay, we did another quirk. That's like 2 quirks in one day. But hopefully you can kind of see why I chose to do the gene system. Because imagine you just get like this. This is your quirk the whole time. Like there's nothing to level up. You're just invisible, you know? And so that would kind of suck to get normally. But now because it's a gene, you can either A, spawn with it, or B, you can find it and create it, which would be pretty neat. So, yeah. I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like this implementation a little better. Let me go ahead and give a screenshot so I can post it in the teasers. We're going to do @teasers. Guys, check it out. Added a whole new quirk. No way you can tell what it is. dot dot dot. If I get invisibility, I'm removing it immediately. Why? I mean, it does make you, it's very OP. I think I'm going to have to make some sort of compatibility mod or like compatibility system where like if you have something OP like invisibility that you can't use it with other stuff. Like it would be if we cool genome add like there's also some interesting things because we can do like glowing skin. Okay, we don't actually glow. Is that because it's too low? Okay, the glowing skin, I didn't actually... Oh, I deleted the implementation for it. That's why. It was in here, but I just created this file. So we could do glowing skin. The glowing baby. I'll probably do a little more, though, for the glowing skin. Maybe, like, someone said dynamic lights before in chat, but... I mean, those are hard to do, but whatever. Let a superpowered master assassin capable of destroying islands be created. Oh, yes, because you can just give yourself decay and invisibility, and then guess what? Boom. You just sit here, you just wait. You wait for someone to walk by and nuke the house. Or you go over permeation, and do that. Or power stock, yeah. There's so many, so many gonna be broken combinations with this, but hopefully since everything will be broken, it won't be as bad. All right, I think I'm gonna end it for today. We've been going on for a couple hours. The gene system is not finished. There's lots of issues, like the translation of the gene names is still kind of work in progress. The actual models are work in progress. The process of obtaining the genes is done, but the process of actually processing them still needs to be finished. And then, of course, just adding in a whole bunch of other genes. I'm actually having Cryptic work on a few genes, too, to help speed it up. But it should be the case, though, that you can add your own genes. You're not going to be able to add them to this tree here, but you can create your own gene power. And because all the conditions and everything are extended, you can do it easily. And you can add in genes to this or to your add-on like as easily as I do here. You just have to have it inside of the genes folder and it should automatically just register it. Have I tested that? No, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work. It should be based on data packs, so that should be good. But yeah, thanks everyone for stopping in. Thanks for all of the memberships, donations. I'll get your backpack after I have lunch. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys in the next, whatever I do next. Is it a video? Who knows? Is it another live stream? Who knows? I definitely don't. But Rabbit Quirk coming soon, I guess. All right. See you later. Boop, 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 boop. Hold on, gotta find the